Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Jackson and I are going to do one cast today. It's Monday, the 1st of August. It's a little chilly out here. I should have wore a jacket. They've been running for 3 units this afternoon, and they're in the process of dropping it back to less than 1. It's about 7:45, I think, in the evening. 7:53. And water's still moving pretty good. I went up, fished a little bit up below the dam. Fish weren't really midging like I thought they would again. I came up before and was looking for them too. And I fished a couple things up there and didn't get any bites. And some of the guides were showing up for the night shift, so I thought I'd let them have it. And so I'm just going to drift down. Andy's is just right up here, and I'm just going to drift down and kind of stay on the shallow side. I'm going to fish a number 12 zebra midge. This is actually a ribbed, made out of V-rib, kind of a blackish brown with a gold head, 6X tippet down to a float. I'm going to fish at about 4 foot deep. Not seeing really anything on the surface, so I'm going to fish a little deeper. Last evening I fished out in front of the resort a little bit, or was it the night before? Can't remember. And fished one of the micro jigs under a float, about a foot deep, because they were out there midging. And I caught 5 or 6. Several of them were stalkers. I caught a couple of decent rainbows. And that's fun. That's one of my favorite things to do in the evening. But I'll just try this. I was really hoping to do some sight fishing and midging fish, and it still might. It's still kind of early. Switch sides, Jackson. Excuse me. Sorry. When I was up fishing a second ago, I was thinking, I really enjoy coming up and fishing, fly fishing or jig fishing, either one, but really this kind of fishing. I like it really when I'm targeting fish that I can see midging, but this is okay. And I was thinking, and this is not a complaint, but it is nice I think it's nice to come up here and fish and not have the pressure of one cast to catch a fish. I didn't have the camera on. I was fishing, not getting any bites, and I'm thinking, man, this is a lot of fun. This is I really enjoy getting out and fishing and not getting any bites. It's nice to get bites, but when I'm out doing one cast, I like to catch fish, not to show off, but just to show people the fish are biting, and show ways of how, if you're coming down to fish, how you can catch fish. But when I go out and try these techniques and not catch anything, it's a little aggravating. That's fishing. So I guess what I'm saying is the aggravating part I don't enjoy that much. Got a tree behind me. Messed up. If you've been to the resort and been on the south side, kind of out in front of our apartment there, hey, I got a fish. You'll see this great big smoker on a trailer, and I've had it for a number of years, but I spent a couple of years just redoing it, and I've smoked some chickens on it. Well, today, or actually started yesterday, pretty little rainbow, I started smoking 3 big old briskets for Christmas and nurseries. Sorry, got a little piece of fishing line in my mouth. It's been stuck there. They had an event out at Moonshine Beach, fed a bunch of people, and Michelle asked me to smoke some brisket. And she had 3 briskets, about 20 pounds apiece. So I used the big trailer smoker. I started last night about 7. No. Actually started about 4. And had a little trouble. Had a little trouble regulating the heat. Trying to keep it about 250. Anyhow, I had some green wood issues. I had to go borrow some dry wood from the neighbor. Didn't realize our firewood was green. Wouldn't burn. And ended up checking the fire about 5 times in the night. And I finished up about noon. About noon. Never done that before. Well, as you can imagine, I was having problems with, I had several different kinds of temperature probes, and I was getting different readings. And those that smoke meats a lot will understand this. On top of having problems with the different temperature probes, give me different temperatures, the briskets were so big I was having trouble picking the right place to put the probe to get the right temperature. A couple times I thought they were done, and come to find out, I'd put the temperature probe in a different place and it would say 160, and I thought I had 190. So it was a learning experience. And of course I cooked them a little bit too long, and they were a little dry. But saving grace is they had a ton of fat on them. So I think they turned out okay. I, just in case, kind of did an audible this morning. I sent Marcia out and she picked up 8 chickens. She had to go to 3 stores because you go to pick up whole chickens in the morning. Most of them are frozen. So she had to go to 3 stores to find 8 unthawed whole chickens. And I smoked 8 chickens to go along with the brisket because I was scared. I was scared that I'd screwed the brisket up. But I think it turned out okay. They said it did, and from what I saw, I mean, there were dry spots, but overall it wasn't too bad, I don't think. I guess I'm gonna have to watch some YouTube videos on how to smoke brisket, because there's got to be a trick to it. I'm down on this gravel bar, so I gotta relocate a little bit. Okay. But I've had enough, I've done enough cooking for a while, to say the least. That was fun. I'm gonna get out there a little further. I'm going to drop off this gravel bar here in a minute, and I think I'll do a little better. Just a little bit too shallow, I think. I haven't been seeing fish on this bar for some reason. There's a drop off right in there. Fish usually hang out right there. We're back to our heat. We didn't get much rain out of the system. It all went south of us. And it's supposed to be in the upper 90s here for a while. Just as long as the humidity stays down. Like so far, there's no fog. I really don't mind if it stays dry. Well, my black zero midge is not producing tonight. And there's virtually no surface action. Maybe I should have just stayed at the resort, fished out front. Try something. Oh, not quite as deep. Zebra midge is not necessarily something that you should drag on the bottom or even fish on the bottom. It's not a bottom fly. It's a suspending fly. So I got it up off the bottom a little more. I did write a fishing report this morning, and it's on Ozark Anglers Forum. And I think Nathan will be sending out a newsletter shortly. It'll have a link to that report. It's just, the report consists of things that we talk about on one cast about every evening. Well, you know what? I brought my jig rod. I might just throw that for a minute. This is something that I've been wanting to come up and try. This zebra midge under a float. So at least I could check it off and say, well, it's not quite as good as I thought it would be. Yeah. We're not leaving yet. I'm going to change glasses though. A 32nd ounce black and white jig. Says might be a little light for this water. They're still running a good 1 unit. They have not kicked it down to that 40 yet, I don't think. I've got a 16th, I think. Let's try this for just a minute. If they want to chase. This will sink for a minute. There's a midge. I'm going to stay with it. I'm just at the top of the narrows, so the water is going to get fairly shallow. So the 32nd ounce is Be okay. I am using 2-pound line. Maybe it's another one of those slow evenings. Oh, that was a bite or the bottom. Couple more casts. I'm gonna call it a day. One of these mornings I'm gonna get out and do some fishing when that water is running like 1200 CFS, just barely running. Got had too many things going on lately. Couple of casts here in the channel. The water's dropped a couple of feet this evening. There was a fish. There was another bite. At the end. Start looking around for the fish coming up and midging a little bit. There's another one. If I can catch one. One more fish. Up. Might have been the bottom. Okay. One more cast. I'm getting down here in deeper water. My 30-second doesn't get down like it should. Just gotta really let it sink. There's a little bite. Just pecking at it. Well, thanks for watching. Give me some advice on brisket, smoking brisket. See you tomorrow. I'm not going to quit fishing though.